good?
Mirrors are good.
Okay. Go ahead and put your foot on the brake. Go ahead and hit that center button there, and then you're going to push it down for drive. And you are ready.
When's the engine come up?
Just to let you know how quiet this car is.
Yes, it's so quiet.
It's like you can't hear me. But I'm going to turn on the air because it is a nice warm day. So, welcome to the Model S. This is our Model S Performance. So this is going to be the higher end sports car. Go ahead, you can actually hit them because you have active air suspension, so it is adjusting for those bumps. So right now we're riding at roughly about 7 inches off the ground for the highest high point, and that's just for when you're traveling in very low areas.
Oh,
So
I see. You can adjust it.
You can adjust it while when you're driving, but it's not to adjust when you're driving, unfortunately. You can control how the car reacts. So if you pull that steering column, it's going to be firmer. You can go all the way to loose, which is going to be more of a comfort drive. Your whole steering system will change. Most people tend to like the correct.
Yeah, that's more.
With this, we also have regenerative braking. Regenerative braking, as soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, the car will start. If you put it on standard, as soon as you take your foot off, you could actually almost completely stop yourself. One thing I really like is when you're driving, you can actually see the energy that you're using. As of right now, you can also see on your panel right there, you can see when it turns green, that means that you're putting charge back into the battery. On the opposite side, we're using, let's just go right here, just pay attention. We're gonna go straight, and then we're gonna go out to this other side street.
So when it's green, you're putting power into the car?
That's right.
So I'm driving right now, but it's still green.
So this part will go green.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
And this is a 300-mile range?
That's correct.
Okay.
Now the car, you can adjust the suspension when you're driving lower speeds. Once you get on the freeway and higher speeds, you're going to go ahead and make a left here. And we're going to go ahead and go straight.
Okay, straight that way.
That's right. You can adjust, once you're on the freeway, don't worry, I'll give you some long ways that you can kind of get some see what it's all about.
I've driven the Roadster, so I'm tempted to see what this thing can do by comparison.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we've got a nice little straightaway that we're going to go to. We're going to go ahead and make a right here. You can control, so a lot of everything with the Model S, for those of you guys who are not familiar with the Model S, everything is controlled by this touch screen. This literally handles anything and everything you need to do in your car. You can control the settings, you can control how the ride is, you can set your profile, the ladder. When we get up to here, go not this stoplight, the stop sign, the second stop sign will make a right. We'll get a nice little straightaway. With this, you can also see how far you've gone on this trip. You can also control your sunroof directly from here as well. So if you wanted to get a nice California sunshine, you can control it all from inside of the car here. With this, believe it or not, this sunroof, the all glass panoramic sunroof, it blocks out 98% of all visible light.
Wow.
So
there's no need for a shade underneath.
Correct. The other cool thing is that it also blocks out about 82% of all heat. So you're really not worried about when you're driving, you're like, okay, it's so hot outside, just kind of close it to whatever your preference is.
Turn right here.
Let's go ahead and go follow down behind the camera there.
Have they thought about putting solar cells in this thing for a little bit of extra?
Once we get up to here, once we get to the stop sign, we'll go ahead and this is the no bump area, so you should be fine once we get to the stop sign. We'll just go ahead and forward it down there.
After the stop sign.
That's right. The reason why, so with Fisker, they put they put that nice solar panels on top.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is that it doesn't actually put out enough to do anything. Actually, let's go left. I think it's going to be nicer. And then you can go ahead and punch it all the way to the stop sign.
Oh, that's nice.
Pure power, right?
That is nice.
From an electric car? Wow.
And then go straight, and then you'll make a right. riding, it feels like you're on rails. So when you're on the track, when you're on the freeway, you really have full control because of the weight of the battery itself.
Right.
That's right.
That is nice. Oh, am I supposed to turn right there?
I can go ahead if you are.
That's sweet. Okay, I grew up on Mustangs and Camaros and all that. This thing, they don't compare.
Pure in there's actually a video and then they're gonna make a left. So just there is a video out there with the Model S going up against an M5
And it beat it.
and it beats it.
Yep.
Hands down.
And
Oh,
dethroned
3
it.
out of let's see, there's another car coming. Jeez, this is the worst. Oh, there's another car coming. I can see him from here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can try to.
That's okay.
Come on, come on. I think we should be fine. Yeah, okay. With this, it's because of all the energy that's being put out directly from the motor from the energy cells themselves, from the power cell. It really gives the Model S the ability to continually, okay, we're gonna go that way, continually put out the power that it needs. So we're gonna get into, when we get an opportunity, we're gonna get into the left lane. So when it comes to leasing, I know that was something that was kind of on your agenda.
Yeah.
Leasing, what I typically recommend, I do a lot of the configurations at Tesla. So when it comes to leasing, I would recommend, if that's something that you're interested in, to put down that $5,000 deposit and really set yourself, because then you're going to be
When you
in the
do
queue
the
ahead.
deposit, is it do you identify yourself as a lease versus purchase?
You would basically put down the deposit like you were making any reservation for a car, and then you would give us a call or shoot us an email. We on the table there we have a business card. The email you would email and let us know that you're interested in doing leasing, and then we would move you into leasing. And then I'm gonna have you go ahead and make a left at the right here is fine. Car's so quiet, no one ever.
Yeah. And which way going? This way,
We're
right?
going this way. Of course, no one can ever leave without hearing just how powerful the sound system is. So let's go ahead. This is something that's built in-house. Tesla's sound system, unlike BMW, where you have Bose and you have the other top brands, Tesla, we went out as a company and we looked for all. We asked a lot of the larger Universal Records and some of these other larger groups, and we were like, hey, we need you to come and give us feedback on our sound system. And what ended up happening is with the Model S, the system is so superior that the way that we were able to build into it, that you will get a lot of recording companies, things like that, make a left right here, that the sound sounds almost studio, as if you're sitting inside of the studio. And this is built by Tesla. So we utilize the same similar speaker system as BMW, but it's been tuned specifically for us.
What routine service does this car need?
So for the Model S, you do need to bring it in every 12,500 miles, or once a year, whichever one comes first. It will need to come in for we basically fix up everything in the car, anything that would break, like your windshield wipers, everything else, and that's when you would bring it in. But it's literally just once, it's something that's available, as you can purchase it ahead of time, or you can do it at the time of service.
So if you live in a place like, say, past Sacramento, the closest place is Menlo Park. And so you have to bring it down here, or how does that
We
work?
are currently, we're constantly expanding. You can just pull in kind of right in front of Annie there. We're currently expanding our bucket here that we are going to increase the service centers. And then those services, and you just hit that and you're all set. We're going to increase the service centers, and when we increase those service centers, they're going to be closer. It shouldn't be, we're going to get almost 100 miles. All right. Thanks for the ride.